Your email, your password, your credit card numbers. Right now, somewhere on the dark web, that information could be listed for sale, and the price might shock you. In today's video, I'm going to pull back the curtain on how hackers steal your data, where it goes, how it's sold, and most importantly, what you can do about it. If you've ever wondered what actually happens after a data breach, this is the video for you. What's up everyone, welcome back to Cyber Declassified. I'm Nolan, and this channel is all about making cybersecurity simple, practical, and understandable for everybody, whether you're a complete beginner or a seasoned IT pro. If you're new here, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss a video. Let's get into it. Before we talk about stolen data, let's clear up some misconceptions. The internet you use every day, Google, YouTube, Reddit, that's called the surface web. Underneath that is something called the deep web, which is just any part of the internet that isn't indexed by search engines. Think your bank account login portal, your private email inbox. That's not sinister at all. It's actually most of the internet. Then there's the dark web, a small portion of the deep web that requires special software to access. Most commonly a browser called Tor, which stands for the onion router. Tor routes your connection through multiple encrypted relays around the world, making it extremely difficult to trace who you are and where you're located. The dark web isn't entirely criminal. Journalists, whistleblowers, and activists in authoritarian countries use it to communicate safely. But it's also home to a massive underground economy, and stolen data is one of the biggest commodities. To understand the marketplace, you have to understand the supply chain. How does this data actually get stolen? There's a few main methods. First of all, data breaches. This is the big one. A hacker compromises a company's database, like a retail store, healthcare provider, or a social media platform, and walks out with millions of records. We've seen massive breaches at companies like Equifax, Yahoo, LinkedIn. Over the years, billions of credentials have been exposed this way. Number 2 is phishing attacks. You get a convincing email that looks like it's from your bank or Netflix. You click a fake link, and you hand your credentials directly to an attacker. Simple, effective, and incredibly common. Third, you have malware and info stealers. Malicious software, often installed when you click a bad link or download a sketchy file, can silently harvest everything on your device, say passwords, credit card numbers, cookies, even screenshots. Number 4 is credential stuffing. Hackers take a list of previous leaked usernames and password combos and automatically try them across hundreds of websites, betting that you've reused the same passwords. And realistically, most people have. Once this data is collected, attackers have 2 options: use it themselves or they sell it. This is where things get really interesting, and honestly, a little unsettling. Dark web marketplaces operate a lot like legitimate e-commerce sites. I'm serious. They have product listings, seller ratings, customer reviews, and sometimes even customer service. Some of them look more polished than the websites you probably use every day. What's for sale? Stolen credentials. A username and password combo for a random email account might sell it for as little as $1 or $2. A verified account with financial history attached, much more. Full identity packages. This is a complete package. Name, social security number, date of birth, addresses, driver's license info, and sometimes even the answers to security questions. These can go for $15 to $40 or more depending on the victim's credit score. Credit card data. Raw card numbers with CVV and expiration dates, often called dumps, are sold in bulk. A single card can go for $5 to $20. If it's a high limit card or a corporate card, the prices can climb. Bank account access. Verified logins to bank accounts are often priced as a percentage of the available balance. A $10,000 account might sell for about $500 to $1,000. Medical records. These are some of the most valuable records on the dark web. A full medical record can fetch hundreds of dollars because it contains so much personally identifiable information and can be used for insurance fraud. How do payments work? Mostly in cryptocurrency, primarily Bitcoin or privacy-focused coin like Monero. Crypto transactions are harder to trace back to the real identity, which makes it the currency of choice for the underground economy. How do buyers find sellers? Dark web forums and marketplaces operate in a constant cat and mouse game with law enforcement. When one gets taken down, like Hunter or Alphabet were, another one pops up. Reputation is everything in these communities. Sellers build up feedback scores just like an eBay seller, and buyers often escrow funds through the marketplace until the transaction is verified. So someone bought a package with your info. Now what? Depending on what was purchased, the attacker might drain your bank account or make fraudulent purchases using your card or banking credentials. Open new lines of credit in your name, loans, credit cards, utilities, destroying your credit score. Commit tax fraud by filing a return in your name before you do and collecting your refund. Sell your data again. Yes, data gets resold multiple times through different channels. Use it as a targeted phishing attempt. With your personal info, attackers can craft incredibly convincing and personalized scam messages. This is why data breaches are so damaging, even long after it happens. Your info never expires. It can be used, sold, resold for years and years. Alright, let's end on a high note with some actionable items, because this stuff only matters if you know what to do about it. Use a password manager and unique passwords everywhere. If every account has a different password, a breach on one site doesn't necessarily escalate to everything else you own. Enable multi-factor authentication. Even if someone has your password, MFA means that it still can't get in without that second factor. It's like that code being sent to your phone when you log into your bank. Monitor your accounts and credit score. Services like Have I Been Pwned let you check if your email has appeared in a known breach. You can also freeze your credit score through the major bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. You can be skeptical of phishing. Slow down before clicking an email link or a text link. Verify that the sender is who he is. Hover over the links before clicking it. And then just, if you are in doubt, go to the website yourself by Googling the actual URL that you know. And then keep your devices updated. Many malware attacks exploit a known vulnerability that were patched already. Keeping your OS up to date really closes all those doors. The dark web data economy is massive, it's sophisticated, and unfortunately, it's not going away anytime soon. But knowledge is your first line of defense, and now that you understand how it works, you're already ahead of most people. If you found this video useful, please drop a like. It really does help the channel grow. And let me know in the comments, have you ever been a part of a data breach? Check Have I Been Pwned? And let me know what you find. Thanks for watching, stay safe out there, and I'll see you in the next one.